Hi guys, and welcome to episode 4 of More About Culture. Cool. Hi guys, as you can see, it's a bit of a different setup today. I have a special guest coming on to discuss a few cool topics with me today. The founder, the owner, and the creator of Minutes 57. Trent, come join me.
What's up, y'all?
As y'all know, every video I like to shout out a black business, and by Trent being a black business owner, I wanted to go ahead and give him the opportunity to give a shout out to a black business today.
So I want to give my shout out to Neighborhood Royalty, my homeboy E-Dub. He got a clothing brand. It's on Instagram and Facebook. Y'all go check it out. He also does videos, like interviews with different people, just to kind of give their perspective on a lot of different topics, which makes the clothing line even doper. So y'all go check that out.
Okay, cool.
And also, I want to cut this off, but since Bina started her own business, I wanted to give her something for starting.
I've been wondering what this was.
More about culture. We were talking about it, and she was saying that she wanted to do it. So you can go ahead, you can open that up.
Oh, thanks. Okay, 'cause I was eager to do it.
You ain't got to do it all pretty. You can just.
Oh, I
like
don't. I don't even know how to
Christmas.
open envelopes. Let's see what's going on.
So that's just some t-shirt,
That's cute.
and a hoodie that you can wear. I've been showing Cece, so
Y'all was in cahoots. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
So that's just so you can wear maybe on your next episode.
Heck
or
yeah.
whatever. Just
I love my little t-shirt. Okay. This is the t-shirt, guys. Nice cotton blend. And then this is a hoodie. I love me a little. Oh, I love a hoodie. I'm ready for it to get back cold again. Thank you again.
Yes, ma'am.
Putting that on. Let me put this.
I was ready to and prepared to come to my, you know what I'm saying, my debut on the Mac show today, episode 4.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our first topic. All right. So we're still spinning off a little bit from the August and Jada topic. Over the past week or so, me, Trent, and my sister, we've been discussing, different things about relationships. So I decided today that we're going to talk about why it's hard to date in 2020. Maybe get into open relationships a bit as well. So Trent, what's your thoughts on dating in 2020?
So my opinion on dating in 2020, I feel as though, first off, I couldn't be like the Will and Jada thing. I don't think I couldn't be in an open relationship. Definitely couldn't be in like an open marriage or nothing like that, because I wouldn't want nobody to slide my wife or be cool or give nobody the blessing to be, going there with my wife. But the reason I feel like it's so messed up dating in 2020 now is I feel as though people don't really get to know each other first. Like as far as the friendship portion of it, everybody kind of want to rush because they don't want you to talk to nobody else, or they don't want nobody else to get you, but y'all not even to that point yet to where y'all can really be on that type of time to where somebody else couldn't catch your attention. They pretty much want you to be in a relationship with them while y'all getting to know each other. And that don't really work,
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. It is. My thing with it is, for me, I feel like a big issue is social media. I feel like kind of how trends say how people so ready to be in a relationship before getting to know each other. I feel like people do that as a stunt for social media. It's more for a look than it is for actual bond or relationship. It's like people not trying to get to know each other for substance. They trying to get to know each other because they look good on Instagram, they look good on Facebook. Like, oh, we'll take a cute pic together, we'll go to the club and just do a whole bunch of stuff that just don't even matter, instead of actually trying to put the work in. It's all actually for a look. And then y'all, let me stop saying y'all, but because we've all been there, get caught up in these relationship just because we thought somebody was cute off social media, and it just turned real sour because you looking at their posts and stuff like that thinking it's one person, but once you really get to like know somebody, you be like, oh, they cap on social media. Like they ain't even with none of that they be on social media. It be so sour. Yeah, that's what I got for it.
I mean, and I think me personally, I don't think social media is a big part of it. I feel like nowadays people really don't want to post whoever they talking to. Like you'll see memes about people talking about, oh, I might show y'all I'm feeling good. I might show their arm this week or their leg or something like that. So I feel like people kind of threw that out the window as far as like posting who they talking to. But I definitely feel as though it's more the lines of people just not taking that time to really get to know who they talking to before they try to jump the relationship part of the friendship, really.
Okay, we talked about this before. So
wait, I'm sorry. Plus, sex is a big deal. Like if y'all still in that friendship, getting to know each other phase, if sex gets involved, it's really gonna go left, most likely.
Yeah, soul ties are real, people. You can really like embody somebody's whole spirit just by having sex with them. Got to be careful out here. It's real.
And then not only that though, like if you have sex with somebody, right, you automatically gonna kind of think y'all in that relationship phase. So it's not really, you can't really blame, the other person if they feel as though y'all are in a relationship, because if you rocking out like that, then I mean, it kind of that's relationship stuff. So I feel like that's kind of the reason why stuff don't really go right, because people don't put that time in before they get to doing the relationship stuff, like being at each other's house 24/7, being up under each other 24/7. If you doing all that, but you still really ain't technically in a relationship, then it's really gonna make it to where things will be sour, because y'all pretty much playing a relationship already. So y'all, it's just not technically a title, but if you cross that line, then I definitely understand how that goes. So
yeah. But we talked about this before though. So how long should you be quote unquote dating or getting to know somebody before you say, hey, we should go ahead and be in a relationship? I'm gonna talk, me and you gonna be together, we not gonna date other people? Or even in that dating phase, like how many people are you dating? How many people is it okay to date? Like I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna word it. How many people is it okay to date before you figure out, let me just narrow it down to one? And how long is that process?
I feel like you at least need to have a year. I feel like the year in. I feel like at least. I mean, just
wait. I want to get it straight. Dating somebody for a year? Not the title. Just dating somebody for a year.
I say like six months to a year. You know what I'm saying? Of dating someone. I mean, for you to get to know that person, so you trying to tell me that you would know somebody within 5 months? You would know somebody within 5 months if you want to be in a relationship with them?
No. But a year though?
I'm saying 6 months to a year. It depends. Maybe y'all ain't
pushing it with the year.
What if y'all not with each other every day? You know what I'm saying?
We don't need to be.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's gonna take some time for y'all to really.
A year though? You mean to tell me
a year? But I said 6 months to a year.
But to me, it shouldn't be to a year.
I'm saying though that it just may take that time. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Everybody's different. You can't put everybody in the same category. So I say, you agree on 6 months though?
Yeah, 6 months is
fine.
So
6 months to a year, because some people may move slower than others. So you may need that full year to fully know who somebody is, you know what I'm saying, what some of their characteristics that they do, figure out different things that they may need to work on, that you may have to compromise to work on to deal with that person. I feel like 6 months to a year ain't that bad. Sure, I mean, hey.
Yeah, it just sounds.
It sounds bad, but that year probably go by before you know it. I'm 31, so I feel like now if I'm dating somebody, it gotta be me dating them for like the long haul. I ain't just kind of just dating them to be around and to be chilling and to be hanging. So, you know, I feel like, you know, I mean, what's 6 months to a year if that's somebody that you're gonna be with for a long time? You know what I'm saying? If you look at it in that aspect versus just looking at it as, oh, we're gonna take a year before we say that we in a relationship.
But do you have that conversation prior? Like, is that a conversation that you have prior? Like, look, cause I'm gonna keep it a buck, y'all. I don't know what dating is in 2020. I don't.
You know what dating is.
I don't date, so I don't know what the kids are doing now.
The
like,
kids.
what's popping?
Bruh.
Is this is this like a conversation you have prior? Like, listen, I want to.
It's definitely best to be transparent.
And you give the timeline as well.
I mean, nah, you're not gonna. How can I give a timeline? If
No,
I
I'm
know
saying
how
like
long it's gonna take for us to really get to that point. It may get to that point in 5 months and 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not necessarily saying they got to be 6 weeks to a month, but I'm just saying I feel like that's the amount of time that it really take you to learn somebody and to kind of really know if this is something that you want to really invest in, because it's a relationship. You invest in your time, you invest in, you know, a lot of stuff. So I mean, but one of the things is that we was talking about is most people, when you are in that friendship phase, they don't want you talking to nobody else, which is one of the perks of actually being in a relationship with someone versus you just getting to know them as a friend. That's not really a friendship thing to only be like, oh, we working on being friends. You only need to be talking or conversing with me.
But this my thing about that. I understand, you know, dating more than one person, but how, if you're dating like a whole bunch of people, how are you deciphering who it is you're ultimately gonna end up with if you going into all of them the same way, if that's making sense?
I don't think people should be dating like a whole bunch of people. Like, I don't think you should be dating a whole bunch of people. But I mean, if you're dating like if you like going on dates here and there with like two people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 3. I feel as though well, I'm saying like 2. What? How many you think? Like, I mean, if you trying to get to know someone, what's the maximum? Because don't make it seem like I'm on trial. I ain't on trial.
No, you're not in trial.
We just having a conversation.
Maybe
this is the table talk of MAC. We just having a conversation. This ain't directly me.
Yeah. We just having a
saying?
general discussion, guys.
Yeah. Ain't nobody hit me up talking about I heard what you said on such and such. Yeah, we just having a general conversation. This is general. Like,
I think two is enough. I think once you start getting into the 3s and 4s,
yeah, for sure.
start getting a little messy.
Yeah, that's too much. I mean, if you dating two people, I mean, I can't really say that I date, me personally, a whole bunch of people, but I know that people do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But because I mean, if you are really trying to focus on being cool with one person, I feel like it's something that you can do. It just probably got to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? If you are talking to multiple people, it's just something that you got to be talk with that person about. Because I'm pretty sure that person probably wants you to themselves. So it definitely is a conversation that just got to be had.
That's what I said I'm gonna do next time I date. I'm not gonna put my eggs
in one
basket, because that's what I do. Just because I don't. To me, it's hard to deal with one person. So to deal with multiple is just a bit much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't do that again though. I don't have to have, but I would.
You just don't want to invest everything.
Yeah, and then
that one person and it not work out how you want it.
When I could have had, you know, a possible option. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Dating in 2020 for Bina, or maybe dating 2021 for Bina, is going to be a minimum of 2 people. And yeah, I'm not putting my eggs all in one basket. I've learned my lesson.
But what if what if the only time you're only interested in one person at that time, and that gets to be like a time that you haven't found a second person to be interested in? So since you're talking about it got to be a minimum of 2, you probably might end up liking that one person.
I really hope that's how that turn out. I'm not a person of dating multiple people. I just ain't never been like that. I don't have the patience to do it. It's hard for me to keep up with one person. I'm just saying if the opportunity.
You don't like people in general.
I don't. But if the opportunity presents itself, I would date 2 people.
It sounds weird though. I can't lie, it sounds weird.
I would do it. I would date 2 people. But I would date 2 people.
But you just have to let it be known.
But yeah, like off the rip, like
what it is. Like we just going to eat, or we just, whatever you do. But it ain't, as long as y'all ain't crossing that line. And
and that's gonna be another thing. The men or man that I date, they're gonna have to respect the fact that I'm practicing not having sex with y'all guys. Abstinence, celibacy. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. It's nothing that nobody can say to me to make me want to. That would have to be something that would have to be respected, and no trying to convince somebody to do it. I don't drink hard liquor no more, so you're not gonna get me off the Henny and Tron and think it's gonna be something like that, because ain't gonna be none of that. Like, we're gonna have to keep it classy.
Nah, for sure. That I feel like you just definitely gotta let them know what your guidelines are for dating. You just gotta let it be known up front with the person from day one. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are working on a friendship, date, and whatever, I feel like just everything gotta be transparent to make that to work in 2020. I feel like that's the only way people are really gonna get on the same page with that, because it's wild out
here. Yeah, it's wild. And y'all boys stay safe out here too. It's a jungle. But okay, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so I discussed in my last video about the potential T.I. and 50 Cent verses. So me and Trim decided to pick 10 songs from each artist on the 10 that we feel like they should play if they did have a verse.
That they have to play.
That they have to play if they do have a verses.
The only reason I say that, I ain't gonna cut you off, but the only reason I say that is Fab in his battle, he had so many songs that he should have played, that should have been played, that he didn't play, that made him lose. So I feel like these are songs that just have to be played in order for you to even be in the runnings.
Right. Okay, so since Trent is the guest, I will let him name his 10 first. He has 50 Cent and I have T.I.
Okay, so just to get my disclaimer, I don't feel like 50 Cent will win because I don't feel like his catalog is as deep or good as Tip's. But just for the sake of the verses, I feel as though, first off, me personally, if I was 50, I would start it off with Wankster. Like, just because that's really how I think that's really how I got introduced to 50. And then I went back and started doing my research and started hearing his like stuff that he came out with on mixtapes before that. But I think that's when I first got introduced to who he was as an artist, is Wankster. I think that's, the rest of them not in no order, but honestly I would probably start it off with Wankster. The other 9 that I feel like he would have to play is Hate It or Love It. He was a feature on there with The Game. I Get Money, I feel like that wasn't just kind of a regional thing up in New York. I feel like that kind of was played in the clubs everywhere.
Just the chorus though.
Yeah, because I don't even know the verse.
I don't know what he talking about.
I just know the chorus. The next one I would say, Big Rich Town, which everybody know that song because of Power. I feel like you got to play that just because that then turned into something. Hustler's Ambition, that was a real dope song to me from 50. You gotta play Mini Man. So that's like one of everybody's favorites. I think Pop Smoke just kind of remixed or like did his own version to it. 21 Questions with Nate Dogg, that's a classic. In the Club, gotta do that one. Disco Inferno was a vibe. Like that was a different feel for 50.
Yeah.
and P.I.M.P. with Snoop. And
Yeah.
was G-Unit on that too, or was it just Snoop?
Was it a remix?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
he made a
remix.
remix. But the version with Snoop that they had the video for. I feel like those are the top 10 that 50 has to play if he gonna do the verses.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm also going for T.I. To If This Happens. I just feel like it's just no way 50 Cent is beating T.I. The catalog is just too extensive. So on my list, I actually have 15 songs. I'm just gonna name 10 of them.
Of course.
I would have had more on my list, but I just eventually stopped. So the first song I have is "Dope Boys." I feel like that's the song that we heard, especially the people down south. I can't speak for the people up north, but the people down south, that's the song we heard, and we was like, okay, like.
Definitely.
T.I. snapping, like they still play that in the club today.
Mm-hmm.
Still go. My second one I had Be Easy. I feel like Be Easy was even though Dope Boys came out prior, I feel like Be Easy was the first song that we saw like a video from T.I. that was noticeable. Like he came out with that video I'm Serious with Beanie Man,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody was really checking for T.I. Then at that
Some
time.
video for Dope Boys though.
No, I ain't know that.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen
that.
that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's very low budget, but
Yeah, I'm gonna say it must be low budget.
But yeah, it was a video for Dope Boys.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list to watch. But yeah, Be Easy. That was like the first like real big video for T.I. and it wasn't even that big, but that was like his first like look for real. 3, of course, you gotta play Let's Get Away. That was a big deal for T.I. with the Jazzy Faye feature. That's when Jazzy Faye was like on fire at that time.
Everybody was wearing button-down shirts.
Yes, and that was like, that might have been one of the first songs we heard from T.I. when he really got in kind of like his girl song bag. Kind of, no, it wasn't. Because he did some stuff I'm serious. He did Choose You, and yeah, I guess this is the first like mainstream like girl song he had.
The first one that kind of went mainstream. Yeah. I feel like.
All right.
I'm mistaken. My
fourth one I have is 24's.
Oh yeah.
You gotta play 24's
That video was crazy.
Yeah, the video was good hood vibes.
Definitely. That video was hard.
Alright, for my fifth song I have Rubber Band Man. Even though Rubber Band Man that's when T.I. you could kind of feel the commercial coming, but he still snapped on Rubber Band Man though. Rubber Band Man
Jacksonville a shout out.
He did, and the beat might be commercial, but the lyrics weren't commercial. I say that.
I mean, that was David Banner. David Banner was
David
like at the peak of his career at that point in time. So
yeah, that was a good one. For 6, I have ASAP. ASAP might be, other than Why You Wanna, ASAP probably my favorite T.I. song. He snapped on ASAP.
He did. Like
spazzed out. 7, I have Motivation. You can't play ASAP and not play Motivation.
Yeah.
8, I have You Don't Know Me. You gotta play You Don't Know Me. 9, I have Bring 'Em Out.
More commercial, but
but you have to play it.
Yeah, it's definitely it was up there as far as like hits. So you gotta pull out the guns and play that, because everybody, if you in a verse, you gotta think about it too. This is in a verses, so you're gonna be going up against songs that's gonna require you to play a commercial hit.
Right.
That just because it got that type of play, you gotta play it, but it may not be one of your favorites.
Right. Yeah. Because I do like Bring 'Em Out, but it's not one of my favorites. And then 10, I have Why You Wanna. That's just my song. My alternate ones I had Top Back, Big S Poppin', I'm Illy.
Wait. I'm Illy.
Yeah, the intro on Pep Trail.
Oh, yeah.
That just went hard. I just enjoyed it.
That ain't top. I don't know.
But it ain't top 10. But
yeah,
I enjoy it. I feel like he spazzed out on it, so it would have been good. But yeah, that was my T.I. list. I don't know if this battle is going to happen though.
I don't think so. Just because they kind of get into besides the music, they kind of going in another lane with like 50 talking about Tip was Crime Stoppers and all that. And
yeah,
they both
street.
Yeah, they both really petty. You know what I'm saying? And be ready to kind of talk trash. So I don't know. It might get too real for verses, especially for them to be in the same room. I definitely don't think that'll happen.
No. And I don't think they're doing them like how they was doing them before. I think they want them in the same room. Which it's better that way.
Quality, yeah, is better. But I don't know. I feel like I like it better when they wasn't in the same.
Really?
Yeah, I like when they kind of, you go and then I go and they get to kind of talk trash in between. Even though if the quality could be good and they do it to where they're not in the same place, I feel like it's too friendly. I feel like when they be in the same room, it's too friendly, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like that's how they trying to do it now because it's supposed to be, they trying to say it's not a battle anymore, it's a celebration. So,
but I like it to where it's like a battle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it to where it's like y'all talking trash, you know what I'm saying? Like even the Babyface and Teddy Riley, like Babyface was throwing Babyface was throwing his little jabs, you know what I'm saying, during his verses. So I like it more when they not in the same room. If they could just get the sound and quality right, I like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that Babyface and Teddy.
Yeah, that was to me that was my favorite one.
That was good.
I feel like that was my favorite one. Let me see what other one I like. I feel like that was my favorite one. I really liked the Lil Jon and
T-Pain. Yeah, that one was good.
I feel like that was hard.
I liked how they mixed their songs.
And I ain't even gonna lie, I liked it. What's his name? Kevin. What's his name? What's the dude name with that was drunk?
Sean Gary.
Sean,
oh yeah, that one was good.
To me, that's in my top 3.
It got weird, but it was still good.
I felt like he was feeling good. He was vibing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them songs, I didn't know that they wrote.
I wish you would have played Street Lights. People wouldn't have cared about it, but
they would. Yeah, people wouldn't. Some people wouldn't even know what that was. Yeah, some people don't even know about that. But no.
All right. So we also are doing 3 verses that we would like to see happen. I'm gonna name my 3 first this time. Three verses I would like to see happen are Rick Ross and T.I. I think that would be a pretty good matchup. They both have trap music, I guess you would say, and then they have the commercial songs as well. Rick Ross not so much as T.I. though. But I think it'll be a good match. 2 people from the South, Miami and Atlanta. Both decent lyricists. I think that'll be a good matchup. I have Meek and Fab. More so mixtapes though.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good matchup. The Dream Chaser series versus the Soul Tapes and the Summertime Shootouts. I think that would be good. More so Summertime Shootouts versus the Dream Chasers because Soul Tape they get real like that's a vibe. You could probably battle the Soul Tapes with what album that was, Wins and Losses, or
yeah, they kind of had like more of a
chill vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the last one, which we had talked about the other day, is Jeezy and Gotti. But again, it would have to be mixtapes. The Cocaine Music series versus the Trapper. Yeah, all of Jeezy. Jeezy is top 2 best mixtape artists of all time.
Top tier, definitely. He in his own class when it comes to mixtapes. Like you just gotta give him his respect when you talk about mixtapes. Like we were talking about it the other day, but Trapper that what we talking about? Trapper Die 2.
Trappin' Ain't Dead. Last Loud.
But yeah, Jeezy definitely held it down with the mixtape, and you gotta give him his respect for that. My list that I said I would want to see, first I'm with you on the Jeezy and Gotti. I feel like that would be the best matchup just because they both have the same type of music. They both kind of stuck to the script. They pretty much entire career. It didn't really. I mean, they got a few commercial songs, but it ain't to the degree of some of these other artists to where they really just went full-fledged commercial. Another one that I want to see is the Monica and Brandy matchup. I feel like that'd be dope just for the culture. Even though I don't really think they get along too well like that to do it, but I feel like they definitely got the catalog to do it, and that'll be a dope matchup. And my last one would be Jermaine Dupri and Diddy. I feel like if they do a battle to songs that they done produced or been a part of, either role or something like that. Well, Diddy really wasn't writing. I don't think, was it?
He was doing a lot of just EP. They was writing for Diddy.
Yeah, but I feel like that matchup would be probably the best.
I would like to see another producer versus.
Me too. I like those because I also like discovering songs that they did that I didn't know that they did. So I feel like those would be my top 3 for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up, you guys. I want to thank Trent for joining me today for this episode. I'll be back sometime next week. During the recording, I see Jada brought herself to the red table, so I'll be bringing myself back to the table later on to give my thoughts and reflect on the red table talk after I watch it. All right, bye, you guys.